Hello, everyone. Guys, I figured I might as well. I kind of dig live stuff, so why not? I'm going to be working on this. I might as well. Comments Sunday morning. It's super dark. Maybe I'll put my diffuser on here. All right. No, that's not going to work. I found out that I don't have any right angle. I don't have any right angle headers, so I ordered those. I'm just doing what I can on this board set. Right now I'm doing sockets. Hey Eric, how you doing? Yeah, I'm working on this kickboard set that I started working on yesterday. I washed these boards today. I finished going through and making sure there's no shorts. I took them to the tub and I washed them. And I realized I don't have any right angle headers for these. So I bought those today. I crimped the interconnects that I'm going to need. I crimped those. And I'm just doing some sockets. And I figured I'll turn the camera thing on and let it run while I'm doing it. Why not? Maybe chat with you. Hello, Duma. I think I'm going to end up having to move on and do something else because I got to wait for these headers. I can't do anything until I get those headers. What are you guys up to today? Work today? That's how you do it, Jeff. watch it work. Hey, if I can help you pass your work day by, we're helping each other, I guess. Well, that's really cool, Eric. I am glad to help you through your day. Jeff, I think so. I bought them from Arcade Parts and Repair, so they looked right. We'll find out. I don't know. I'm hoping. Good morning, Kior. New Zealand, cool. You know, Kior, it's kind of cool. I watched this YouTuber. He's in New Zealand. It's a distilling channel called Still It. I'm interested in that kind of stuff too, distilling alcohol and that kind of thing. It's illegal here. You know, I can't do it, but that's pretty cool. He's in New Zealand. Thanks, Kyle. Is that how you pronounce that, Kyle? I've never seen it spelt that way. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. Suddenly, I know. I get that nonsense all the time on my channel. I don't know what to do about it. I try to delete it or report that stuff, but it doesn't seem to do no good. Promise someday night. Now I need 340 pin. Keyhole? Okay. Keel? Like keel over? Wow, greetings from Germany. Senely, Germany. Awesome. My dad was in the United States Air Force from 60 to 64, and he was in Germany. And he has an old photo album with pictures. In Germany, I guess it probably still is, but back then, though, it was absolutely beautiful. Like almost fake looking. Pretty cool. Keel. Okay. Hi, Keel. Keel. I will try to not use keel over when thinking about your name. Yes, it does beat orange peel. You guys should have seen the dirt come off of these boards. They were nasty. Yeah, that was my bad. The two pins that were pushed over, that happened when I put it back in the socket after I dumped them. But those ROMs are really flimsy and so easy to do that with. So suddenly you're over in Germany. Do you guys have like a? Are you part? Have like a location or something? Like an arcade type deal or something like that? Or is this your personal, just personal game? Or do you guys operate them? And like I said, I don't know what that means, Senley. Selling Gillstat. I don't know what that is. It looks German. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. That's really cool. 100 pinball and 120 arcade machines. That's massive. Hmm. Those deco machines look like a disaster. That was a bad idea. That's one where I don't. I'd be all for getting a kit to eliminate that tape. Yeah, yeah, I would definitely do that. That kit. So suddenly, does that soundboard for uh, for Carnival? Does that soundboard have EPROMs on it, or are the sound EPROMs on the main board? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate they use those 2708s. They're not easily readily available, and they suck basically. You could totally make an adapter for those if you needed to. I don't know. I could design a little board to adapt a 2716. It wouldn't be that hard. If I had to, that's what I would do. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Turn the music right off. Hey, Charles, what's up? We're all just getting through the day here. Take it easy, Kior. Have a good time with your water blasting. What is water blasting? Oh, and by the way, I'm going to buy a it's like a little USB stick. It's a HDMI converter to USB or something like that. And I'll actually be able to stream with my camera, with my real camera. So I just have to order that thing on eBay, and I'll be doing that. So the quality be good. As for right now, I just figured I'm going to be doing this, so why not turn the thing on? Talk to you guys. I know it's not exciting, but kind of cool. You can see exactly where I'm at with it. Good deal, Charles. Sweet. Is that an updated version of the LV2000 kit, the 2021? I actually do not use an LV2000 kit in my Wells Gardner 6100. I just use upgraded transistors and the Zener diode. What is it? A 28 volt or something like that? 28, 27 volt Zener diode. I think I used like a bigger wattage diode, and for the little guys, the little transistors that are in there, the push and pull, the NPN and PNP. I think the schematic calls for a pretty wimpy transistor. What I did was I used you can get them at Mauser. It's a CEN U U07 and U57, U10, U57, U07 or something like that. CEN is the prefix. It's a heavy duty transistor. That's what I used in that circuit. That's all those LV2000 kits are, guys. Are their updated parts on a heatsink. You know, so if you beef up your parts, I put heat sinks on those transistors as well. You do that, it's just as good as an LV2000 kit. There's more than one way to skin cats, you know. Yeah, those are widely used, but what you're thinking of is the MPSU07 and MPSU10. If you get the CEN, you can get them at Mauser Electronics. CEN U07 and U57. It's the same electrical properties as the MPS, but they handle more. You know, they're a beefier transistor. They'll handle more heat and higher voltage rating, I believe. You put a nice heat sink on them, and you'll be good to go. The Nicola Arcade. Hello, Rhine Labs. Yeah, I get that, Kingpin. The problem that I had was I bought an LV2000 kit and I installed it and it blew up. So I was like, well, I'm not buying another one. So I had those parts and I used those parts that I had and rebuilt it. And it's been good ever since. All right. This board is socketed. Yeah. All sockets done. Clean. You can see right through this board almost. It's so clean. Boy, this lighting's terrible. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry about that, but I don't know. And we're going to check these tantalums, and even though that this has the different style tantalum caps on them. This has the little silver ones. I don't know if you can see. It has the little silver tantalums on it instead of those black ones. I find these ones to be more reliable and better than those black ones seem to blow up all the time. Well, I'm going to test them out anyway. Look at them. See if we got any shorts going on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good to go. And like I said, I have to wait for these headers. I got to wait for those headers to come in. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I had them. I didn't have any. I didn't have not one. I'll move on to this guy, the video board. This one has 4 28-pin sockets. It's got a bunch of them stupid bullet caps. Thing about these bullet capacitors is I've never seen one bad on a 5-volt rail. I've never seen one shorted on a 5-volt rail. Where they always short out is on the 12-volt rail because they're 25-volt rated 25 volts, and for whatever reason the 12-volt they don't last on 12-volt rails. For whatever reason. Charles, I'm about probably about 3 months back. Extremely busy. I mean, for every one I get in, one of these, you can see how long one of these takes me, and I pretty much stay in here. But this is they take a long time to do. You know? A few days. One of these is 3 boards, so it takes. This is a job. This was a big job, having to replace all of these and these things. It's going to be awesome when it's done, though. You know what? With the pole position harness, it just doesn't work. Those interconnects just don't work. It's that simple. It's just pole position's too sensitive. That's what I'm chalking it up to. It's just too sensitive to have that long, twisted wiring going on. Well, I can use them on my. I've got the same thing with Star Wars. I got the same type of deal, and they work perfectly with Star Wars, no problem. But this is only the second pole position board I've done. Charles, yours was the first one I did. That was a year and a half ago. How's that holding up, by the way? Is that still working good? But yeah, um, it worked at that point, I think, but I still think I remember having trouble with it. I don't know, man. Some things just are hard to explain. That's awesome. Good to hear it's still working for you. Yeah, I don't know. When I did that repair, it worked, but I do think I recall it having problems with it being flaky at times. Not like this one. This one was really flaky with that, but was absolutely solid as can be with the regular thing, But with my interconnect on it, it would not work. But I don't know. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the where you have to use Texas Instruments parts in some spots. I've seen that. Well, I tell you, I'll be happy when these things are gone. These little slimline 28 pins. I'm I'm too cheap not to use them, but I don't like having to break them apart and stuff. I can't wait till they're gone so that I can buy real sockets. The right size. Kingpin, I just bought. Fine, I bought two grits of sandpaper. I bought 220, and I think I bought 320, maybe. I don't know. And some fine grits. Let me show you something I got. So, full position. Yikes. I don't know. You're not going to be able to see that. I've got this area all stripped down. This pole position board. I've got all of the parts removed in this section, and I'm going to go over it really finely and clean it down. It's got it's got alkaline damage on it right there. Mm. Yeah, this lighting sucks. One of these days I'll have it. I'll have better lighting and stuff. But like I said, I got that. I got that thing coming that I'll be able to use my camera, and that'll be nice. How do you best fix a pulled pad and associated? Is You mean like through hole, the barrel in the through hole? Josh, if I'm reading what you're thinking right, what I do is I clear off the trace a little bit on the board that leads to the through hole, just clear it off a little bit and then solder onto it. And I take a wire, just a single strand of wire. You know, you get a something like this. You get something like this, a wire, and strip it, and then separate these strands so that you have each one of these strands can fix a through hole that's been ruined. You just solder onto the wire and stick it down the through hole and then solder it. That's how I do it. Do it from the top side of the board so it looks clean, it's covered up. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to fix those oopsies. That way it just hides it and you can't even tell that there was a you can't really even tell that there was a problem. Jeff, do you need the DC harness or the AC part of the cabinet? I remember years ago, I actually I made the DC part of a Defender cabinet, remade it exactly to the specs that the original was. It's pretty cool. Tiner wire. Oh, yeah. Hmm. That's pretty cool. A cocktail Stargate, you say? Joust. Joust cocktail. That's awesome. Hmm. Defender is Williams. Williams Electronics. I have Z80 pod. I have an 8088 pod. I have an 8085, 8080, and 6502 and Z80. Damn, wrong pipe. Damn. Yeah, I started collecting pods before they were ridiculous. I got into it at the right time. I guess the right time would have been even 10 years earlier. To think there was a time, guys, when you could get those pods pretty cheap. Those pods are ridiculous now. I think the most I paid for one was I paid $500 for my Z80 pod, or I think I paid 450. I paid $450 for my Z80 pod. My 6502 pod is a repro. Doro, what is an ICE? Take it easy, Charles. Be careful. If that Marion guy on Clove, if he was to make a 6809 and a Z8002, I would buy those as well. I bought my 9010A mainframe for like $200, I think, and I had to repair it when I got it. I had to put a display driver in it. And I recapped it. I recapped it and I reflowed all of the headers inside of it and everything. Yeah, the Z8002. Um, I think that would be awesome to have that pod just for pole position. I've seen Ian Kellogg on YouTube had he used to do videos a long time ago, and I seen him doing a pole position, and he had that Z8002 pod, and it's pretty cool. You can talk to the other board, all the RAM and everything on the other board, and it'd be great for that. I've got I've got two pole position board sets here that I own. One of these days, I might get to work on them. You never know. You just never know. Hmm. Josh, I'm reading your comment about the sprites on your Sega. Is that you put pressure anywhere on the board and that happens? Or is it just in a certain spot? Any part of the PCB? I don't know. My suggestion would be don't put pressure on any part of the PCB. I don't know what that would be. I have no idea. Could be, I don't know. Yeah, for sure. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Put it in a bubble. Hello, Peter from Connecticut. Hello from Michigan. You guys getting snow over there? The IRC chat. Central Kansas, do you guys get snow? It's kind of south. You guys don't get a lot of snow, do you? I did not realize that Kansas got a lot of snow. I don't know why I didn't know that. I should be old enough to know that. Yeah. I know that southern places do get crazy storms every now and again. Uh, you'd have to give me some information on that IRC cloud thing, because I have no idea what that is. Never heard of it. If this winter goes like this summer and spring did up here in Michigan, we're going to get bombed with snow. If the precipitation stays the way that it has been, it was snowing yesterday here. And oh, you guys up in Evil Ash up in Canada, good luck. Good luck this year. You could be buried in, snowed in. Think about how much it's rained this year. If that keeps up, that precipitation is going to turn into snow. It's just going to be crazy. All right, Mono Surge, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, just email me. My email's in the description, I think. So just, yeah, email me some info. Maybe I'll come and hang out with you guys. Yeah, Seattle gets a lot of rain out that way and stuff. Mm. I'm um, I'm predicting a lot of snow this year, just by the trend of the how much it's rained. Crazy. Mm. Toby, it is a great feeling, isn't it? And it's frustrating when you're putting time into one and it's not working. It just makes you want to go that much more on it until it is fixed. To alleviate a lot of that pain, though, that's why I do this kind of stuff. Because the last thing you need is faulty connections causing you problems that you can't see. $48 for original pokies. When I do repairs, if I repair with, because I have basically new old stock pokies. If I replace a pokey like that, I charge $60 for a new old stockish original pokey. Otherwise, they can get a for $50. You can get a repro. To me, it's worth $60 if I'm going to give up one of my original pokies. No, nobody that worked for Atari. It's just I had a source for them. I don't anymore, but I did, and I stocked up on them. I've got about 20 maybe, and I have them for if I get a board in that has a dead pokey, I give them the opportunity. I give them the choice. You can get. I'll sell you a new old stock ish. It's or they can get a pokey one for save $10 and get a pokey one. You know. Jeff, that's where I got them. See, that's how that looks with those 28 pin sockets that you pick apart. You cut them apart. I don't I don't love doing that, but I've got all these sockets and I'm going to use them. Yeah. Now I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 22 pin. These are my pokies, my pokey stash. Yes, Kingpin, it's one pokey and a ball blazer. Yeah, that's my pokey stash. I've got thousands of dollars worth of parts back there. Yeah, I bought a 7800 when they were new. I chose to buy a 7800 over a Nintendo Entertainment System. And the reason why I did that is because I liked arcade games, and the 7800 had more arcade ports. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Yeah, I decided to go ahead and start a stream because why not? Sitting here doing this. You guys can be bored with me. I really don't know how I really don't know how long a pound of solder lasts me. This one I've dated it, but I haven't been using it the whole time. It was new 12/16/20, and you can see it's still pretty full. But I was using a different one. I was using this at about the same time, and this one's almost empty. So I don't know. I go through over a pound a year. Ouch. Who can be? All right. I just got another gyrus board coming my way. Gyrus board with no sound coming up. And awesome this set of boards is going to be when it's done. Too bad it's can only be one of two games. It can only be Kick or Solar Fox. That's all this thing can be. Not the video board. The video board and the Super I/O board can be Tron, but the CPU board can only be those two games. You go through a pound of solder in a couple of weeks. It's going good, Buffett. How you doing? Just working on this kickboard. Trying to get this thing somewhere. Hey Mark, about making the video widescreen. I didn't see an option for that on this with this camera. It must be, I don't know. But what I am doing is I'm buying a little HDMI to USB converter stick or whatever, and I'm gonna next time I do a stream, I'm gonna do it on my camera, my actual camera. So it'll be hopefully I'm thinking hopefully like the quality of my videos at least, you know. But as for right now, I guess this is all I got. The El Gato Camlink products work well. El Gato Camlink. Okay. I think that'll be great because I'll be able to use my tripod, put my camera on the tripod, and actually have it look decent. KJW, I'm glad this works better for you. Thanks, Jeff. I'll check that out. I just got a buzz on my phone, I noticed. I'm getting a call from California. I don't know anyone in California. I do too, Doro. I get calls all the time like that. I tell you, I checked in. I did a search. This is crazy. I did a Google search or whatever because I was looking into health insurance. And you wouldn't believe from that one search, my phone and email blew up with people trying to sell me health insurance. I couldn't believe it. It was ridiculous. That too, Mark. I used to get calls about car insurance or extended warranty all the time. I got show you something I got today in the mail. I got two new Hako tips. Hako, however you want to say it. Um, the N50B-01, which is the 8mm tip, and I got the N50B-05, which is a 1.3mm nozzle tip. If you, for all of you guys who have the Hako FR, anything Hako basically, um, buy your parts from Hako, not eBay. They're cheaper if you buy them right from Hako. They're cheaper. And this is the second free coffee cup that they sent me. They sent me a winter coffee cup, which was really cool. This is the last one they sent me. Last time I ordered from Hako, they gave me this. That says HakoUSA.com coffee cup. So order your desoldering stuff. Order your stuff from Hako. HakoUSA.com. You'll get better prices and you get free stuff sometimes. And I want to say it was free shipping too. Yeah. I'm sorry, Kingpin. I'm sorry. Crack myself up. Okay. So we've got all of the 22 pin sockets. These guys and these four. Well, there's just two 18 pinners. Yeah, I like my coffee. I drink coffee all day long, Charles. It's ridiculous. I need to go inside in the house and get me a cup of coffee. My shop is outside of the house. I can't wait to meet you. All right. And that board is done. Other than the headers. So we got two of these boards completely socketed. And this is the final one, and I'm not going to do this one right now. All right. How did you go? You know, I used to have a Keurig. It was kind of cool, but it broke. So I went back to my coffee pot. You know. Yeah, guys, I'm going to run in the house really quick and grab another cup of coffee. I will be right back. I got my Irish cream creamer as well. Right. Ah, much better. This is the coffee cup that Hako USA sent me today. Look at this thing. How cool is that? Free gift. I love it. Yeah, you guys started talking about coffee and it was over. I had no choice. Mm. Mm. What's your guys' favorite creamer to use in coffee? Do you like any creamer at all? I have the brand I like is International Delight. And right now I have International Delight Irish Cream, and it's really super good. Hazelnut is good. I don't like black coffee. It's just a little too bitter for me. But a lot of times I don't like sweetened creamer or yeah, creamer either. Sometimes I'll just use half and half. A lot of times I just use half and half in my coffee. But like today I've got this Irish Cream International Delight creamer and it's really good. It's really good. It's delicious actually. I'm going to put these sockets up. I'm not doing this board yet. I don't feel like soldering anymore, but I think what I will do is I'm going to set my programmer up and go ahead and go through these EPROMs and just verify I'll verify all the EPROMs are good. I'll verify all the RAM is good. That way, when everything goes back together, I know the state of that stuff. I'm not guessing. So you got the tools to do that. You might as well do it. Sunday morning, every day around my key. And just maybe won't you play from All good choices. Hazelnut is good. French vanilla is classic. Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. The old Dell 610. Thing's awesome. I love this. I think I'll just dump the ROMs and then verify them against ROM ident later at some other time. But I got to dump them all anyway. I need to put this thing away. I don't want to break this. This is the AR Labs AR32 programmer. I bought one of these probably in 2008 or something like that. 2007 or 8. And I loved it. But I ended up selling it for some reason about, I don't know, 2015-ish maybe. Because I got this Data IO programmer, and I was like, well, I don't need two programmers. So I sold my this one. And I missed it so much that I bought another one. This is my favorite programmer for EPROMs, for straight up EPROMs. Common EPROMs, you know, like just common stuff. 2716, 2732, 64, 128, 256, 512, all that stuff. This thing's the bomb. Huh. That's what I do, Mike. I use my data IO for old stuff, PALs, bipolars, that kind of, all that junk. And but I use this for EPROMs. And I like to run it under DOS. This actually comes with its own DOS operating system. Mike, when I use the fluke is when the board ain't working. That's the only, you know, and yeah, I do use the run fluke. I do use run UUT under it. But I'll do this. I go through and I like to verify. I don't like verifying my ROMs with the fluke. I like to verify my ROMs this way because I generally like to go into a repair knowing that my ROM is good, my RAM is good, everything like that is good. That way, if it comes up and it has a problem, then I know it's not ROMs, I know it's not RAMs, I know that it's decoding or whatever. That's when I use the fluke. I use the fluke when I know there's a problem, a hardware problem on the board, basically, is what I use it for. See, if I dump all of these ROMs and they come back that they're good, and I can't verify them with the fluke, well, I wouldn't even do that unless the board didn't work. If the board didn't work and then I can't verify them with the fluke, then I know it's not the ROMs. Whereas if you just start a repair with the fluke, you don't know if it's the ROMs or the decoding. It could be a bad ROM. I like eliminating as many variables as I can going into a repair. Well, if the RAMs are soldered, that's different. And ROMs are never soldered unless they're bipolars or whatever, you know, or it's a Sprint 2 board or something like that. A lot of times to check bipolar ROMs without removing them from the board, I use my analyzer and I take multiple snapshots of that ROM, and then I'll look at the actual ROM file and I'll look at what am I getting at address X, what am I getting at address Y, you know, every address I'll go through multiple snapshots and see if it matches what the data is. Oh, somebody wants in. I hear my cat. Come on. Come on. I heard Boo Boo scratching at the door, wanting in. Say hi. Okay. What am I doing? What are these? These have got to be 32s, right? Yep. 2732. We're just going to dump all of these rounds. I have not seen the Jurassic Cat video. All right. CPU. CPU 1900H. C. SSIOC. CPU D. CPU A. What is that, Mike, that you're talking about? Like a variation of a fluke? Does this have anything to do what I saw on the Jack Lick um, YouTube channel about he demonstrated a what looked like a cat box or something? CPU B. I would be all for one of those modern replacements or everything if it covered all CPUs and stuff. That'd be awesome. SSIOD, SSIOD. Have a stag eraser. Thanks for the laptop keyboard. Yeah, UK, I think, yes. Other my Zeltec 6100N. Zeltec 6100N. That's an expensive one, isn't it? Man, I got a great deal when I bought my Data IO 29B. I paid $250 for it, and it came with just a ton of 82S129s. It came with a bunch of 82S123s. It came with a bunch of EPROMs, just random EPROMs, and 2716s and 32s and stuff. It was packed full of chips. It was awesome. CPU F. What is a 2900, Doro? I don't know what that is. 2900. CPU E. SSIOB. CPUC. CPUC. Sunday morning. Uh-oh. Oh boy. These SSIO chips are actually 2532s. So that's not right. This one, CPU G. Programs. Sunday morning is every day from now. No, these ones are Hitachi. Different companies made those. In order to dump those, I have to use this adapter. So I'm going to unplug this. Okay. Yeah, Hitachis are always labeled 462532. These are actually preferred over the Texas Instruments ones. These ones are a lot more reliable than Texas Instruments, I think, in my opinion. This is SSIOC. So do I, Charles. I think they're a lot better. Mike, are you asking me that question about hanging out on the IRC tomorrow? I might. You're right on that, Charles. I've had problems with that, and I have bought this style from China, the 46 25 32s, and they were good. This is IRC. What time do you guys do that? What time do you guys get on the IRC? And you have to send me a link or something. I don't know anything about that. I don't even know what IRC is. What is it? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. She didn't want to come up. Hmm. Zoom chat. So do you have to have Zoom or whatever? I don't know. I don't even know anything about Zoom. You're talking to someone who doesn't know much about this stuff at all. Opened up another can of worms when you said Zoom. V VGB. Uh-oh. B. VGB. Uh-oh. Mhm. 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 Hmm. VGA. VGD. Mhm. 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 Charles, I'm doing board repair full time now. This is my gig now. I feel very blessed. I tell you what, could use some help. I'm so far backed up, but that's a good problem to have. But I do what I can. Plug away. That's all I can do is plug away. Everyone's actually really understanding. I tell them it's going to be about 3 months before I even get to your board. I tell people, and this community's good people, you know. It's nice. It's pretty cool. Have people from all over the place in here. We got Germany, Sweden, Canada. We got everybody. We got Britain, you know, the UK. We got all kind of people represented. I don't know, Chad. I kind of like my gig right now. I made myself an offer I can't refuse. Yes, Buffett. Working for yourself, there's nothing like it. Well, I have all the boards, you know, back here. Everything that comes in gets marked and put in line. See, the great thing about doing this is, to me, this isn't even like work. I'm making a living doing this, and it's something I get to work on games. You know, it's almost like sometimes I think it's just can't. It's not even like it's true. You know, it's crazy, and to see how much joy people get out of it. I get messages back and pictures back after fixing someone's stuff, and the joy that they have from it is it's pretty awesome. I love it. I got to where I was doing my regular job, and I couldn't do it anymore after doing this on the side for a while. Not only was it because I was getting too far backed up, but I just couldn't work for anyone else anymore. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Yeah, Buffett. I wear pajamas all the time, man. I mean, you guys probably see I'm in my pajamas again. I rarely put jeans on anymore. It's pretty ridiculous, actually. Cheers, Chad. Yes. This little thing right here is a great tool, I tell you. I'm always in PJs, Ryan. Always. My son cracks up at me because if I go out to the grocery store, I put my jeans on and everything. And as soon as I come back in, as soon as I get back home, I put my pajamas back on. I imagine if I had a woman in my life, that would not fly, but that's not the case. So I get to do whatever I want to do. It is the Neolock. It's called the Inquisitor now. I think it got bought by someone else or whatever, and it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the Neolock. I love this thing. Let's do 2101. Is that one? What is it? What are you doing back there? Yeah. Yeah, Kingpin, this thing covers almost everything that I come across as far as RAMs and stuff. I mean, I love that it even does the PIAs in 6532 Riot chips. You know, this thing's awesome. I love it. Philip, if I put a high score on somebody's board that they can't beat, then I'll give them their repair for free. So there's no danger in that. I'm not very good at these games. I like to play them, but I'm not very good at it. I never was very good at them. Yeah, I have all of the blades as well. Yep. What are you doing, boo-boo? What are you doing? What are you looking at? Suddenly, I do not know what that is. The tester that knows Retro Lab tested, I don't know what that is. Never saw it. This is the only one that I saw. I saw someone using it on YouTube or whatever, and I was like, the thing looks awesome. And I had the hardest time tracking this thing down. I think maybe it's because the one guy who, came up with it and developed it or whatever quit. And when he sold all of the whatever to the other company that is putting it out or whatever, that's when maybe it came back and I found it. Hello, mercury vapor. I bought every blade so that just so that I would have it before they went away. When I found it, I jumped on it. I'm usually like that when it comes to parts and stuff like that. When I find something, I buy it. And I don't buy. Oh, I need 2 of these. If I can buy 20, I'll buy 20. I buy big when I find stuff. You know what? The cat does not get in the cabinet anymore because I got it blocked off. Okay. All of the RAM is good. What's working in the arcade? I don't know what that means. What are you doing over there? Now, I know because this camera sucks that you won't be able to see this, but these 2114 chips are Texas Instruments chips. And typical of Texas Instruments, they get very tarnished. So I'm going to put them in a little Tarnex bath and clean them. Because I do not like having chips like that if I don't have to. Right? Mercury Vapor, you have bad luck with TI chips? I have just the opposite. To me, TI chips last the best, in my experience. They just use that stupid silver plating. Um, which games of mine are fully working? Millipede is fully working. I just got to put the trackball in it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rebuild the original trackball. Space Invaders Deluxe is fully working. That's it. That's all I got. No, Pac-Man, my Pac-Man cocktail table, and my Donkey Kong cocktail table. Those all work. The Donkey Kong needs the monitor rebuilt. But other than that, it works. Yeah. My Donkey Kong cocktail game, the board set that's in it is one of my repair videos from like 2 years ago, two to 3 years ago. The first Donkey Kong 4-board set that I put on my channel is in that game. What do you mean, you Doro? You just cracked a TTL chip? What do you mean you just cracked it? It cracked it like in the middle of it, the black part of it cracked? That's weird. No, I did not drink Tarnex, Chad. No way. That would not be good. This stuff stinks like crazy. What? What? What do you want? Trying to lift it off the board, you cracked it? You do not want that stuff. You don't. That's pretty nasty. Chia Pet? I will take the Bob Ross Chia Pet. Yes, Mercury. My cat is awesome. She gets pretty sassy though. She likes to yell at me for no reason. Look at how beautiful those come out. You can see the shine right on this junk camera, can't you? Crap, that shit burns. baby yell at me. All right, guys, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. You do not want this Tarnex to stay on these things. You need to rinse that crap off, because I have seen, if you leave these in Tarnex, it will rot these legs right off. I've seen it happen. So go rinse them off really good. I'm going to go do that. I'll be back and get more coffee. Come on. You want to go in the house? Stop yelling. All right. Back. And when I say, I got to think about one time I got a bunch of Texas Instruments chips from somewhere, and they were all black legs. And I put them in a Tarnex bath, and I forgot about them for like a week in that Tarnex. And a bunch of them, it ate right through the legs. You just leave it in there. It don't take long. It only takes, you've seen how long it takes. It takes a couple of minutes. And these things are good to go. You just rinse them off. Rinse them off really good. As good as new. So all of our RAM is good. Our ROMs, I don't know about the ROMs, to be honest. I don't know if they're good yet. The game I am repairing or repainting? Oh, the other cat is in the house. KJW. The other cat's in the house. What year did MCR come out? Was it 82? 82 was the first year of MCR, right? Yeah, that's right. Kick? 82 or was it 81? I think it was 82. All right. What I can do, I can ROM ident these right here. Suddenly, that would make sense because I know Tron was 82, and this is like one of the very first MCR games. This system was probably developed and first came out in 81 at some point. ROM ident is awesome. And yes, Charles, that is something that I would donate to as well. I never have because I'd never noticed it, but I would definitely donate to ROM ident. I don't have a web browser on here. What the hell is that? Yes, Buffett, I got the email. Thank you. I will check it out. MCR does have some PAL chips on it, on the CPU board. Come on. Yeah, I can read the PALs too on my my data IO. Boy, this thing ain't doing anything. I've never come across a read protected PAL yet, so I don't know. And it varies. It varies on fixing on games. Sometimes I can do a board repair in a day. Sometimes it takes me 3 days. Sometimes it takes 4. Sometimes 2. You know, it just depends. Yeah, I got no internet connection out here. It doesn't quite. It just doesn't quite make it out here. I'll have to ROM ident those ROMs later. I think I just don't have enough outreach. Probably that breakout, because it was ridiculous. It was almost every chip. It was almost like it was, it was comical. It was like, wow, every chip on this thing is bad. You know, that one was ridiculous. And it got to where it really wasn't worth fixing it for me, but I just wanted to fix it. There came a point in time when I was like, this thing's getting fixed, regardless. You know. Yes, that is on the channel. It's a multi-part series breakout board. That thing was ridiculous. nearly every chip on that board was replaced. One month to repair one board. Well, it's probably because he's busy with another job. I don't have that problem. So I'm going to squeeze in some of my pole position boards. I'm going to do some of those because I want to. I just want to. So I am going to find time to squeeze those in, and then I will just end up selling them because I don't need them. But I don't know. Yeah, yeah, who knows? Charles, it's probably not as bad as that one that I had. I don't think anything can be that bad. It's kind of like my ex-wife. I figured no woman could be that bad. So it's one of those deals. Yeah, I saw something on YouTube or somewhere about when Waz did Breakout. I saw him talking about it actually. Pretty cool. I do most of my. I'd say my best. The thing I most rely on is probably my analyzer. My logic analyzer is my best tool. Probably the Fluke is up there. The Fluke is second. But if I had to choose between one or the other, I'd choose the logic analyzer every time. Nope. The multimeter, no. Maybe. I know it's up there. Yeah, you have to have a scope. You can't do this without a scope. I contend it'd be very hard to do this in a timely manner without the logic analyzer or the Fluke. It's It's all part of it. And Doro, yes, I have had this thing fail to boot. I'm actually prepared to have to replace that hard drive inside it. I'm prepared for that. When it fails, it'll be a quick fix for me. I'm ready for it because it's gonna fail. I rarely use a logic probe, to be honest with you. I use my oscilloscope as a logic probe, pretty much, because I don't like depending on what the logic probe light is telling me. I want to actually see the signal. Because a lot of times the logic probe just doesn't show you what it is. So I rarely use a logic probe, really. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm going to jump over to my other computer and ROM ident these ROMs, and then probably do the other board tomorrow. I think I'm done for the day. Yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool hanging out. We'll do it again. And I'll check out that email that you gave me, and maybe we'll hang out tomorrow on the IRL thing. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out, KW. Buffett, thank you. Everybody, have a good evening. And we will see you all on the next Classic Arcade Repair live stream. See you guys.